to Kelsey, you were obviously eliminated tonight from the playoffs, but you got a lot farther this season than you did last season. Is that showing how you're growing through the years, or the team's growing?
I guess so. I think it's less about the franchise history and what the team has done and more about, I keep saying this to 12 people in the room, and we have a team that is focused on winning, and we always want to win, and unfortunately it didn't bounce that way for us this year. But the plan, no matter who is playing, no matter what the history says, we play to win. We had a group that was going to have to do that, and unfortunately it didn't fall our way.
You've mentioned that 12 a lot this year, Kelsey. What about this group is so special to you?
I think at a very unique time, there was no telling what Indiana Fever would be. I mean, obviously you have a household name in Aliyah Boston and everything she brings to the table for our group. But what we was able to cultivate around people like her and people like V-Sax, it changed our culture, it changed who we was as people. And in retrospect, that's the most important part.
Starting lineup had 96 points tonight. What was clicking for that group? How do you guys feel like you did today on the offensive side? One of your best nights this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think we were just moving the ball, reading what the defense were giving us, but I also think that credit goes to just a lot of us because we were able to hit shots. Sometimes, you take good shots, they don't go in, but tonight I felt like they were falling, and so it was really good for us.
I remember you talking about going against T in the preseason and welcome to the W kind of moment. Could you feel your progress today going against her again now that it's much later in your first year?
Yeah, I definitely can. I mean, she is just a talented post player, finishes well around the basket. And so it's just, going into that game, I was like, okay, I just need to focus on doing the little things, just making sure I'm being physical. And I felt my progress today.
Of course, you try to win every game, but what do you want to get out of these last four now that you guys have been eliminated?
Win. I think that's still the main focus. I mean, we still have games to play. Even though we're not in the playoffs, we still have, 4 or 5? Four more games. And we're going to go in there to win.
Same for you?
Definitely. We was just talking about that in the locker room. We were just saying that the mindset of everything don't change. Obviously, there's teams that's made it, and we're not one of them. So our job is to have a mentality where you make life tough for everybody else, or try to. And in retrospect, it's about us. It's not about anybody else. And so we're gonna do whatever we gotta do to go play for 40 minutes and win a game. We ain't gonna play to lose.
MA, anything on Zoom for Kelsey or Aliyah?
Yeah, please. Aliyah, I know you just said obviously you guys want to play as well as you can these last four games, but overall, how pleased are you with your adjustment to this league this season and the way that this team has come together and is looking toward the future?
Yeah, just looking at me personally to answer that part of the question, I just feel like over time, over games, I've been able to adjust, especially when, playing teams a second time or a third time around. I've been able to see and adjust and do the little things, which I think I'm just very proud of myself because, I mean, as a rookie coming into this league, it is very hard. Night in, night out, it is a very hard league, one of the toughest leagues, obviously. And so it's like I see the progress, which I'm very happy about. And thinking about our future as a team, I mean, I just think we're going to grow. This franchise is going to grow. And we're just going to continue to build up.
Tony, you want to start?
110-100 is quite the scoring game. What did you make of your team's success on offense versus your struggles, especially in the second half on defense?
Yeah, I asked Ryan on the way here what other games that, I don't remember. I knew we had one where we put up 100 points. 100 points, you got to win ball games, but you got to get stops. I mean, Satu, first game back, she's 40 points. Like, we've made some adjustments still. She was able to get shots off. You just can't let that happen. It's tough when they've got so many weapons, though. Like, that's really hard. Just got to do a better job of, early it was the offensive rebounds, right? Like, first half it was we were giving up too many offensive rebounds. Clean that up and then let her get hot.
Aliyah talked early in the season about Bree Jones and T being two of her welcome to the league kind of matchups tonight, much better against T. How have you seen her grow against those kinds of players as her first season's progressed?
Yeah, experience is everything, and these veteran post players, like they've been there and done that, as it were, AB is right now. And she's just really grown to understand, timing. Her timing is better. We've really worked with her on her seals, just being able to get people and bury them in the paint. And then, her touch is just so nice. Like, that's where I think she's grown the most, just understanding timing.
Today was the official elimination day for you guys. I know Kelsey and Aliyah said you addressed that in the locker room. What did you kind of say about it? And how do you continue to focus these last four games on doing what you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one. We've put ourselves in a position to stay in there up until tonight. I just told him, this season for us was about getting this franchise, getting this organization back where it was. And that's what we were doing this year. We were, setting some standards, and we were going to do a better job of discipline on and off the court. It was just going to be about everything else. And we just happened to, have, I really believe, a great season, play some really tough teams that have a lot of talent, and we never gave in. Like, we played hard and played tough. And I just told him, like, here on out, these last 4 games, this is where you find out who you are. Like, our goal was to get better. Our goal was to do things, to build this franchise, and this is where you can do one or two things. You can bow out, or you can continue to grow and make ourselves better. And that's what I expect this team to do.
Chloe.
Of your 100 points tonight, there were only 4 bench points. What does that say to the starting lineup kind of clicking and flowing well together?
Yeah, I think the one thing that I saw was, agreed. Our starters went in and did a great job. They took advantage of some mismatches early, and I don't think we took advantage of those mismatches late. We've got to do better with that when they went with that small lineup. But we had 3 players in with double-doubles. It's the first time ever, right, Ryan?
First time
Franchise history. There's just things on this stat sheet, like, you don't lose this game. Like, with things like that. And so we just got to go back, watch the game, and bounce back on Sunday.
Got another one, Tony?
Yeah, you talked a little bit about progress this year. Like, last year, elimination was July 24th, I believe. Like, just being in it this long, does that feel like progress to you, even though you weren't around last year, of course?
Yeah, no, I think this for me, this year's been progress. I mean, from the wins to just being in games that people didn't expect us to be in, growth, winning those last 3 games in a row. Like, for our team, that was huge. To win late, to finish games, that's progress. Like, that's what we've been trying. That's what we've been working towards. Paid off for us in these last 3 games, and it didn't tonight. Dallas is a good damn team. I mean, they've got players at every position that are a hard matchup for us at times. But we fought. I mean, we 110 to 100. Got to get rebounds, and you got to find a way to get stops when players get hot.
MA, anything for Coach Sides?
Yeah, thank you. Coach, I know for the next week you're really just going to be focusing on the court, but you do already know with the lottery for percentages, you again have the best percentage of getting number 1. With everything you've accomplished this year, how important is it going to be to add a lottery pick next year to this group that's really made progress this year?
Yeah, I mean, there's some special players in this draft, in the upcoming draft, to add another piece to what we've got right now, and then to add some other pieces that we need. I mean, we're building. Like, that was our goal this year. Like, we're building for our future, sustainable years of wins, and that's what we're looking to. So, there's going to be a great prospect in that draft that we're going to get, and they're going to come in, and we're going to, hopefully just continue to get better.
And if I could just ask one other question, what's been the most fun part of coaching Boston this season?
Her relentless ability to do whatever is needed, to say whatever's needed to get wins. Like, she wants to win in the worst way, and she will do whatever that is. She will do whatever this team needs to do to win basketball games. And for me, like, when you have players like that on your team, who it is team first, it doesn't matter if she scores 4 or 27. She just wants whatever we have to do to win.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.